Hi, welcome to another Unreal Engine tutorial. So in this tutorial, we are going to build a spline-based distance progress system in Unreal Engine 5. What we'll do is we'll calculate the vehicle's exact progress along a track, even if it contains the curves, turns, ramps, and loops. And we will display that progress bar on a HUD using the progress bar with the moving car icon. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use the example content which is from Cyberpunk City asset which is available in the marketplace. I will put the link in the description. So what we'll do is first we'll create a folder for this thing. So we'll go to the content, right click, like new folder. We'll call it as like blueprints. And in this we are going to create a actor blueprint which contains the spline component. So we'll right click, blueprint class, select the actor, bp underscore, let's say we'll call it as level path, and just we'll open it. And here in the components we can add the spline component here. So just click on this spline component, so spline component, and we will name it as progress spline, so it will be easy for us to call in the next like other blueprints. So progress spline, and that's it in this like blueprint. We can close it. So next we will create a HUD for the progress bar. So right click, so we'll just scroll down user interface and just will select this widget blueprint and create this. So we'll call it as wbp underscore path HUD, so whatever name you can give it. So just we will open it, and so first we will create here canvas panel. So drag and drop, and later we will create a progress bar. So take a progress bar and drag onto this. So better you can rename this. We'll call it as like path progress bar. Let's say. So what we'll do is just we'll play like change the positions of this anchor point here. So we will select this anchor. Let's say I will use this anchor point. So shift left click, you can directly, so like control shift left click, so directly it will go to this position here. And we can maintain the size of this progress bar, it's up to you. So here let's say I will maintain up to like 1800 or something, and I will place this progress bar at center. So I will give value to like 52 and minus 25 in the y direction here, so it will be in the center. And next we'll place the icon. So what we'll do is just we'll take an image, so drag onto this canvas panel here. So maintain the same anchor point as we maintained for this progress bar. So we'll select this anchor point and just control shift left click, so it will come to here. So as the icon should be in the square size, so I will maintain the same like 30 by 30 for time being. And just we can place the positions here. So x 52, so same, and y minus 25. Yeah, so exactly it placed in the same position here. So now we'll change the icon. So let's say we'll name it as car icon. And here I have an icons which I have downloaded from the flat icon website. I will put the link in the description. So these are the icons which I'm going to use. So this is a car icon which I'm going to use here. So we'll place this image. So we'll select this car and select this car icon and just browse here. So now we got, and just a little bit, if you want to maintain the exactly in the center, just make few changes here. It is not in the center here, just we can drag it better. Yep. So now it is in the center here, and make sure make this to as a variable. So select this right side, you can see we have to enable this as a variable. So we need to call this progress bar and car icon in the graph editor. So what we'll do is just we'll go to the graph. So here in the graph, what we need to do is we need to update the car icon position depends on the progress bar. So for that we will create a function for that. So just click on this, and here we will name it as update car icon. So with the position of the car icon, we need to set the percentage of this progress bar also. So first what we'll do is just we will drag this progress bar, and here we will name like we'll call set percent. So we need to call this function, not a variable here. So we need to select this and click on. And also we need to add an input for this update car icon. So we'll select, just we will add percent and just make it a float variable, and directly click on this, like connect to this percent here. And also now in order to update the positions of the icon, we need to get the length of this progress bar. I mean, like if you go to the designer, so if you select this progress bar, we can see this X direction length here, the 1800. So we need to update the positions of the icon based on this length of this size X. So what we need to do is we need to create a variable here. So let's say we'll call it as progress bar length, and just we will select it as float. So we need to update the positions of the car icon. So we need to drag this car icon here. So we need to set render translation. So here translation. So this will update the positions of the car. So select and connect here. So we need to select, we need to divide and with this progress bar, and make sure we need to give the value for this progress bar length, which is 1800. So this 1800, it's the length of the progress bar. So if you select, this is the length of the progress bar. So we make sure you have to give the correct value as you have maintained. So next what we need to do is we need to update the car icon position. So for that we will take make vector 2D. So we need to get the direction of the X here, and we need to connect to this thing here. So what it is doing is, depends on the percentage it is moving, it will change the directions of the icon in the X direction here. So no need of giving any value in the Y. So now we are going to update this progress bar using the player controller. So what we'll do is just we'll create a new player controller. If you have your existing player controller, you can write a code in that. So just for this tutorial, I'm going to make a new controller here. So right click, blueprint class, player controller. Let's say like we'll name it as like PC underscore my player controller. Okay, and just will open. So we need to get the reference of the widget which you are going to use here. So we'll go to the event begin play, and just will create widget. And here we are going to select the HUD blueprint which we have created. So the path HUD. So path HUD. And here we need to promote it to variable. So laterally we have to call it in the other blueprint. So just promote to variable. Let's say HUD reference here. And just we will add to viewport. So next we need to get the positions of the vehicle. So we need to write some of the code in the vehicle. So here I'm going to use this Sci-Fi Rover, which I bought from the asset market, like Epic Market Store, which I will put the link in the description. So in this, what I will do is just I will open the car here. So I will go to vehicles, blueprints, and this is a vehicle I'm going to use. So double click. So first we need to get the reference of the what we select player controller which we have created. So we need to get the reference of this HUD in the car here, so that we can update the positions of the car icon and the progress bar. So just we will select this. So in the event begin play, we will cast the player controller here. So cast to my player controller, and select this, and here get player controller, and here we need to promote to variable, and we will name it as player controller. Yep, my player controller reference. And also we need to get the reference of the spline blueprint actor which we have created in the blueprints here. So if you go to the blueprints, we need to get the reference of this level path as well. So what we'll do is just we will get actor of class. So if you're going to use only single spline in the level, so we can use this node get actor of class, or else we need to type get all actors of class here. So basically we are going to use only one single spline in one level, so we can select this node, and here we need to select the level path blueprint, and here we need to create a reference. So promote to variable path reference, and also we need to create three variables so that we can update the spline length and we can update the positions of the car icon here. So what we'll do is just we'll create three variables here. One is like spline length, which is float, and we need to get distance along this spline, so along the spline which is float, and we like progress percent. So we got these variables. So what we need to do is we need to get the length of this spline from this blueprint actor. So here, as we have created the spline component here, this is a spline. We need to get this spline component. So what we'll do is just we will call get progress spline, and we need to get the spline length, and we need to update the spline length here. So select and just connect to this thing. So in the event begin play, we will get the length of this spline here. So next we need to update the progress bar and car icon like continuously. We need to write a code in the event tick. So we will take an event tick here. So I will update here. So first we need to get the car exact world location here. So we will get actor location, and also we need to get this path reference here, and we need to get the spline, get progress spline here. So there is a node called find input closest world location here, and the actor location we need to connect this thing here, and also we need to get the distance, so we will select this get distance along spline at input. So we need to select this, and the key value, return value, we need to connect to this key. And now we need to update the distance along spline, set this. So we'll select this and just will connect from here. And also we need to divide with the spline length. So we'll select divide with the spline length, and we need to set the percentage here. So we'll select this and we will select this progress percent. And now by using this, we need to update the progress bar. So like we need to update this function here. So here we have the HUD reference, right? So we need to get the player controller. So as we in the player controller, we have set the HUD reference here. So we need to call from that. So get like a HUD. So we'll got HUD, and in this we'll need to call that function which we have created in this, like update car icon. So select update car icon, and here we need to select the percent in this. So in runtime it will update the car's position, and also it will update the progress bar and the car icon. So we'll check this thing. So first we'll go to this, let's say we'll start from this path and we will end up to this path here. So we need to get this level path icon and just drag around this, and this update this spline here. So select. So just try to maintain like curve of this road here. So no need of maintain exactly on the ground level, just we need to check the position. So approximately you can place, you can alt left click and drag to get the new point here. So now we will place player start. So we'll get the player start here. Just right click, you can move object to camera. So and just we can reset the positions of this thing, like reset the rotation and place here and just rotate. And also I don't have any game mode for this level, just I will create one game mode. So right click, blueprint class, will create game mode. Let's say we'll call it as my game mode. If you have your own game mode, you can use it. So select in the world settings, here I will select the game mode, and default pawn class, the vehicle which I'm going to use, the Rover, and the player controller. Make sure you have to update your player controller which you have created, because the HUD is in this player controller. So select this player controller. So now we will play and see. So just I will make a full screen. Okay, so now we'll play this thing. So see, now it is going to update the icon and the progress bar, so depends on the positions of the vehicle. So now if you go a little bit more faster, and it will update more fast. And now if I stop, now it is going to stop, and if I go in the reverse, so it is going to in the reverse direction. So we'll see whether it updates up to end of the spline. So now I'll go forward. So now we are at the end of this spline. Now it has been stopped. Yes, so it's working fine. And at last, if you want to update any icon like flag icon in the progress bar, you can add it. So suppose if I go to this HUD, and if I go to this designer, and here I can add the flag icon. So select, and you can duplicate here. So just will update this anchor point. It will go this and here. And now if you want, you can place over here. And here let's say we'll call it as like flag icon. And here I have the icon over this thing, so raising flag, and you can update this thing. So it depends on the time. If you want, you can maintain the background over here. So like you can right click, wrap with the border, but you need to change the positions of this border properly. So for this tutorial sake, just let it be. And now if you see, now it has been updated the flag. So now we can, so in this way, like we can create this progress bar, and we can update the vehicle's positions. So that's it for this tutorial. See you in the next video.